Hey guys, so in this video I am going to cover refining and smoothing out our pinch pot after we've allowed it to dry and become leather hard. It is no longer super soft for us and we can start doing more with it because it's more stable, it's more firm, and it's just at the right stage for doing stuff to it, okay? We're also going to cover how to smooth things out. As you can see, it's all lumpy here, and I have some imperfections on here. And I'll show you guys how to fix that. We'll cover how to yeah, prep it so that it's a good surface for you to start adding your decorations to it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch the camera over to the eye people so you guys can see what is going on in the demonstration. Okay, here we go. So before you move forward with any of the addition of the decorative techniques, you do want to make sure that you have your sketches turned in. Okay, for mine, I just have the one that I'm going to go with. But for you guys, you need to make sure that you have, in order to receive full credit, that you're going to have your sketches for both the front as well as the back. Okay, so there's a back side to it. Please complete them both. We kind of went through it in class already. So I'm going to go with the emotion of hopeful. And I did do a little bit of research and I decided that I'm going to abstract this idea of hopefulness in the form of paper cranes. Paper cranes typically represent hope, they represent good luck and good fortune, and it's just something that I think goes really well with our current situation. So, um, I went ahead and I found some images of a paper crane and I sketched it on here. The techniques that I'll be applying is incising and reliefs. I'll be using combination of two, okay? You guys can choose to do one or two or three or however many you want, okay? So if you don't know what kind of decorating technique you want to go with, be sure to check out the other video on decorative techniques and then kind of go from there based off of what you have that is easily accessible to you and what you can accomplish within the week. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and correct some of these forms here. I'm just going to see if I can fix my camera. Maybe I just need to hold it up. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to address is this hole here. Okay, so as I was combining the two pieces together and kind of like creating the form, I started, the clay started buckling a little bit, which ended up, with this little crevice in here. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. Okay, so everybody should have some extra clay in a bag. You should have taken some home. So I'm going to pinch off a little piece here. And because our clay is already leather hard, I'm not going to blend it in because I really want to make sure that it's going to stick onto the piece. I'm going to score it first, okay? So I'm just going to take my fork here and I'm going to roughen up the surface here a little bit. And even if I score it here, I'm still going to end up with an area here that needs to be filled with clay. So I'm going to roughen that up just a little bit. And I'm going to pick up some of the slip that I have in here. And I'm going to take my brush and apply just a little bit in here. Then I'm going to take the clay and I'm going to place it on top. I'm going to push it into the little crevice, the gouge out area, and blend that out, okay? So if you have an oopsie moment where you're having a little too much fun and you went a little too crazy with the carving or with the blending of the two pieces, or maybe you dropped it and then it gouged the clay and you have some imperfections in there, this is a great way to fill it in because look at that. It's all better now, okay? See, the other areas look a little rough, but they don't have any crevices like that one there, okay? To clean up the rest of the parts, I'm just going to take my metal rub tool here. I'm just going to sweep it along the sides here. And really try to smooth things out as best as I can all the way around. And the clay, this is really fantastic for this type of treatment right now. It's not too soft, it's not too hard, it's just kind of perfect. Okay, so I have little bits of clay here. I can just kind of smooth things over with my finger, rub it back into the larger form, and really take my time to refine it, okay, and get it to where I have a nice smooth canvas to work with for the decorative technique. At this point, if you wanted to, and if you have a spatula available, some kind of a paddle available for you, you could still tap it. And the clay will respond really well to the tapping and the shaping. You get rid of any of those low points that you have or any like super high points that you have. This is really fantastic for correcting those little imperfections, okay? Okay, so those are my tricks to getting rid of any imperfections that you have on your piece, to really smoothing it out further now that it's at the Leatherhard stage, and then really just prepping your canvas or prepping your clay piece so that you have a beautiful, smooth canvas to work off of. Okay, so I'm going to continue to give my little pinch pot here a rub down so that it is the form that I want it to be, and it takes on the curvature that I want it to have, and then I will be ready for adding on any of the attachments. Okay. All right. So here it is. Okay, so I'm going to continue to work on this. And eventually it'll look something like this, where I've got the beginning phases, okay, of my decorative technique here. So I've got the outline of my paper crane on here, and then I also have the relief of the paper crane on here. So I completed this in the demo, in the live session. And so if you have not joined in on a live session, there will be one. Well, this was supposed to be Monday and Tuesday's live session, make sure you do so, okay? Because I've got some tricks on how to make the application of your techniques easier for you. And if you want to kind of follow along, you can certainly do so. If you want to work on your own, more power to you. I wish you success in the making of your pinch pot. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.